Hello and welcome to our video. My name is John Watts. I'm a foreclosure defense attorney in the state of Alabama. And we want to talk about the question of, is bankruptcy your only option to stop an Alabama foreclosure? The answer is no. You really have 5 options besides bankruptcy. And let me say this, start off. A lot of people facing foreclosure in Alabama, they are told you have no options. And so they do nothing, even though they have these other options. Or maybe somebody say, I think you can file bankruptcy. So you start Googling, or you get letters in the mail and people are saying, oh, we can file bankruptcy. It's this great option to stop a foreclosure. Maybe it stops a foreclosure, but even if it does, is it the best option? Let me illustrate it this way. Imagine you're in Birmingham, you want to get to Atlanta. And somebody says, here's how you do. You go up to Nashville, you go over to Lexington, Kentucky, then you drop down through Knoxville and Chattanooga, and then you get to Atlanta. They say, that's how you get to Atlanta. Well, is that true? I guess, you can go through Nashville, Lexington, Knoxville, Chattanooga, and then get to Atlanta. That's a way to do it. Is it the best way? Or is there a much more direct route to get to Atlanta? So, same thing here. You have 5 options. And it may be you just pick one of these. Or a lot of times when we represent folks and we're trying to stop a foreclosure, we do all these options. So let me just run through these real quick. Number 1, you can sue your mortgage company before the foreclosure. Ask a judge to look at your defenses. And we have an entire video on this article you can read. The idea is your mortgage will normally give you the right to have a court, a judge, look at your defenses before a foreclosure happens. So in Alabama, we do what's called non-judicial foreclosure, so no judge ever looks at it unless you file the suit to have a judge look at it. So that's the first option. Second option is you can reinstate your loan. Your mortgage company says, pay us this much money by this date and we'll stop the foreclosure, reinstate your loan. Well, if you do this, you need to know how much do you pay, who do you pay, where do you pay it, how do you pay it? So certified check, wire transfer, the deadline, all these details. Take incredibly detailed notes. Because we have a situation right now, and this is just one of many examples, where we're dealing with Wells Fargo. They tell our client, here's how much you pay, here's who you pay, here's when you pay it. He does everything exactly like they say. They still foreclose on him. Now, we've sued them. That's going to be incredibly costly to Wells Fargo for doing something so stupid, but they do this. So you can sue to have a judge look at it. You can reinstate it. You can do what's called loss mitigation. That's just anything to try to stop the foreclosure. It could be a loan modification, a short sale, a deed in lieu of foreclosure, forbearance, all these different options. And so you approach your mortgage company and you say, I need to look at every loss mitigation option. Now, there are some time limits. I mean, typically we want to be about 38 days away from the foreclosure or more. But even if we're closer to that, we may still can do this. So that can be an option. The fourth option is to use what are called RESPA letters. It's R-E-S-P-A. And these are letters that are called Notice of Error and Request for Information. We talk about these in other videos. The idea is you go to your mortgage company and you say, give me this information. Maybe they say, you never submitted a loss mitigation package. Well, yeah, I've got the FedEx letter. So tell me when you received it, what documents you have. And you made an error, that's the notice of error, because you said you didn't get my letters. All different examples we can use with that. Sometimes when those mortgage companies, they get these special RESPA letters, they go, this person knows what they're doing. We're not going to get away with stealing their house with a bogus foreclosure. Let's stop the foreclosure because we know these people are going to sue us if we don't do that. So you can sue to have your defenses heard. You can reinstate, do loss mitigation, do RESPA letter. The fifth option, final option, is when you know the mortgage company has done something wrong, you may just sue them for money damages for that. So we have situations where our house will burn down. The insurance company will send all the money to the mortgage company. They sort of put that over here in an account. They're making interest on it, but they won't apply it to our mortgage. And they go, hey, you're late. We're foreclosing on it. They want your house and the money. It's crazy. So we sue them for that and go, hey, you stole my money. This is my money over here. You stole that. You converted that. You broke the contract. You violated this federal law and that federal law. And I want money damages against you. When these mortgage companies get that, if you sue them in the right place at the right time, with the right lawyer, making the right claims, they go, I don't want any part of this. And they tend to stop the foreclosure, because the last thing in the world they want is for me to be standing in front of a jury saying, not only did they break this law and that law and that law, we begged them to stop the foreclosure. They would say, we even sued them and they still foreclosed on it. They do not want that argument being made, because well, they go, how do we explain that? There is no explanation. There is no defense to that. So the smart ones, even the dumb mortgage companies, even the crooked mortgage companies, when they get these lawsuits, they go, I think we better stop the foreclosure, or else we're just going to keep digging a deeper and deeper hole. So if you live in Alabama, you're facing a foreclosure, and you're not interested in having this life-changing event with bankruptcy, this thing where you're doing that rather than a much more direct route with much fewer consequences, give us a call, 205-879-2447, or you can contact us through our website, alabamaconsumer.com. Appreciate you watching this video, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.